Abt Extended family. Thanks so much for tuning into The Vault. My name is Caterina. I'm the Builder Division Support Manager here at Abt. But in my spare time, something I truly enjoy doing is cooking and baking, especially with my kids. We're all being pulled around 20 different directions a day, and the last thing I want to answer is, Mom, what's for dinner? So I'm going to show you guys today how to make an easy, quick, and delicious pasta dish that'll be ready on your table in 30 minutes. I'll show you today how to make a pasta vodka sauce. We'll start by boiling our pasta water. We want to get it to that rumbling boil, but an important step to just boiling water is adding salt. We do this because it's actually going to be included in our sauce later on in our recipe, and it's going to add a level of creaminess. I have my decor cooktop that I'm working on, my dual stack burner, getting some oil nice and hot, and we are on medium heat. I grabbed my pancetta. Now, for those of you that don't know what pancetta is, it's basically Italian bacon. It has that same bold saltiness flavor that everybody enjoys from bacon. But in my unbiased Italian opinion, I think it is a step above. So we're going to go ahead and cook this until it's crispy. Takes about 2 or 3 minutes. While we let the pancetta do its thing and get nice and crispy, I'm going to come over to our KitchenAid food processor. It's something you can find here at Abt in our gourmet shop. It's a quick and efficient tool that we use in lieu of just cutting and dicing our onions and garlic with a knife. We'll go ahead and add these in. And we're going to cook our onions and garlic down until we get that nice familiar fragrant smell of garlic that we all love so much. All right, I'm starting to smell that familiar fragrant garlic smell like I mentioned. Smells just like my nonna's house did. Anybody that has an Italian friend, you know exactly the smell I'm talking about. At this point, we're going to go ahead and add our vodka into the sauce. We want just enough to coat the bottom of the pan. And we're just going to cook it down until the vodka is completely evaporated. We don't want to see any liquid on the bottom of the pan. We want it to really soak into the garlic and the onion and the pancetta. All right, so we have barely any vodka left, and that's exactly what we want. We're going to grab our tomato paste, and we'll add it in. We're just going to let it heat up, and we're going to really mix it into the onions and the garlic and the pancetta. This is what's going to help create that perfect color that we want in our vodka sauce. So all of our onions, our garlic, our pancetta is all covered in our tomato paste, and we're going to take the base of our sauce, and that's going to be some heavy cream. We'll stir it until the tomato paste is incorporated in it. Again, the color you're looking for here is kind of like a salmon pink. You want it to be that color, and you'll know that everything's going the way it should. So I'm going to go ahead and put my decor range top on low. We're going to let this cook down for about 10 minutes. While that's cooking down, I'm going to come back to my boiled salted pasta water and add in my rigatoni. I use rigatoni. Really, you can use any pasta shape you like. I love farfalle. Anything that kind of has a hole in it too is good because it absorbs that creaminess of the sauce. So we'll cook this until it's al dente. That's about 1 or 2 minutes before the package says to cook it until. We want a nice chewy texture. It's actually going to finish cooking in our sauce. All right, so you'll notice our sauce is bubbling over here. It's cooking down. Our pasta is ready. Like I said, we want to make sure it has a little bit of a tender touch to it when you're stirring it. And before we drain it, we're actually going to take about a 1/4 cup of this pasta water. Again, it's salted from the beginning. We're going to add it into our sauce. This is going to help elevate that creaminess that we're talking about in our sauce. Give it a little stir. We're going to drain our pasta. Now with our drained pasta, we'll come over and add it into our sauce. We'll want to incorporate it, make sure every piece is covered. This is why I love rigatoni, because those holes help get the sauce inside and you get it with every bite. The last steps of our recipe are adding some Parmesan cheese, along with some basil. And the last step is to add a little bit of unsalted butter, again, just to create that level of creaminess that we love to see. We're just gonna let this cook down until all the cheese is melted and all the butter is melted. If you have the opportunity to get freshly grated cheese, it's much better than pre-shredded cheese. It just melts better in your sauce. It has more authentic flavor. So we'll let this cook down just one more minute. At this point, you can taste for saltiness. Tastes perfect to me. Don't need to add anything. So we'll grab our ladle, and I always use a ladle because I want to make sure that I get all that creamy sauce. We'll top it again with some fresh grated Parmesan cheese. And voila. For more recipes like this, you can find it on the Abt blog as well as on my Instagram page @_A Toast to Butter Days.